the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Hello. Hello. You guys hearing me? Hopefully people are, unless you guys hearing me, hopefully. So I'm just gonna put the sim sounds up a little bit. Not too loud. Hopefully it's not too loud. Alright, here you go. Let me put my, I'm gonna put my webcam on tonight just for now. But I'll probably put it off as we get it away. Okay, so let me just grab this thing here. Alright. So yeah, let's try and get this flight going. Today I have, I don't want to put my microphone, the headphones, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use this for now. Alright. So let's get things off and running. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. Probably have to put it down. Alright, so let's get moving. Let's see what's going on there. 2024, man. It doesn't look too bad. Especially in Copa Airlines. So today we're just gonna do some RealWorld ups. Hopefully everything is fine. Now I do have to take out this thing over there. Definitely have to take this out. The aircraft is already started up. When I meant take out, I meant take out this section here. The stairs. So yeah, we're gonna see how this is. Alright, so I'm gonna get inside. Before I even get inside, let me see. Flight plan today. Since we're doing the RealWorld ups today. Alright, we're gonna fetch this. Alright, and thank you everybody. This is first flight for the year. I know it's been a while. What I mean been a while, like yeah, we did till the second. There's had a lot going on, ever since fireworks and stuff. So now I am yeah. But so thanks everybody for coming on. All those who actually decided to come on here, we appreciate it. Those of you who subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we're gonna be doing this flight. So it's Copa 134, 737-8. We're going from Tocumen, I believe that's the name, to St. Martin. So we have cost index 5, 3702 2 hours 45 minutes. So we have the route 03 right, runway 10. Payload for today we have 9247, which we actually have to put all of that. Reserves. We'd see today we have 103 baggage, which is a full baggage, I guess, based on the configuration. For the weather, average winds 45, so that's pretty much a tailwind today. So yeah, let me just put this a little bit higher up. There we go. All right. What else do we have here? What else do we have here? Top of climb, yeah, the temperatures, actually the ISA deviation, so 8, so might be climbing a little bit sluggish. It's a bit, warmer. Normally it's like 2, but it's 8. So once on the positive side and a high positive, it tends to climb a little slow. It's as it's warmer, the temperature, it takes up a little bit more to climb, because the atoms are pretty much spread out instead of like compact where the engine can just suck it. Anyways, alright, so the TAF coming into Tocumen, let me see, 02 the 12th to the 3rd, so we have 100 knots. That's for St. Martin. A few clouds, 1008 temperature, which is from 02, which is 20 o'clock, to 0304. 8,000 showers rain, but we actually arriving, so at least we know that there will be rain and stuff a little bit after we arrive. I believe we'll be arriving just before then. Yeah, so that's with the weather. The weather at Tocumen at the moment, scattered 9,028, 23 QNH 1011. So yeah, if you look at the raw stuff here, 2 hours 41, and let me see, reserves 2.5, that's fine, and we have the route here. Most importantly, I mean, we could check out this stuff, operational stuff. And here we go, 0 failure rate 53.6. So we'll be putting all of that in with sim brief. Yeah, sim brief. Oh, we have one vote already. Somebody voted already, says yes, goodbye. Nice, good to see that we already have somebody who says goodbye. That's fine. It's really nice. Okay, so let's give me a second. Give me a quick second. Alright, because like I say, we're gonna be trying to get things off and running. We're not gonna be sticking around. Top of climb is 19 minutes. Mark decimal is 7.8. Most importantly. Alright, and top of this end will be what, 0207. So basically hour and about 50 minutes, and then start, or actually hour and 40 minutes. So alright, we're crossing a couple of places there. Let me see, we do have the takeoff stuff here, but actually we could get that from the actual aircraft as well, so we'll use the aircraft. We already briefed the weather. In terms of the no times here for runway tocumen, it's just looking at the most important no times here. We see S1, S3, S5 and S7 closed, so we'll be looking at that as well into get details. And let me see, taxiway will be available till aircraft reference codes D. Okay, so until well, so all aircraft and that entry and exit in the north sector cargo ramp. We'll look at some of this stuff here. So it says runway 03 right closed, 21 left closed. Okay, so that's why we most likely 02 and 03 left. For departure, that's fine. Alright, and we'll get the no times for the arrival once we get going. Alright, so that's good so far. Let me see what else do we have here. Okay, ILS runway 10 DME not. Ooh. Okay, that's fine, but not much really. Just says autopilot coupled approach and everything 1.0 DME this here, and ILS glide path not coincidental. Yeah, so you basically have to descend this angle on your own, sort of going all the way down. Alright, but it's not an ILS, so it doesn't mean that you actually be going down on that 3-degree glide, so it's not coincidental. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, so let's try to get moving because we've been here for a little bit now. Okay, if we want to see what the chat looks like, sorry, here it is, coming all the way down here. That's fine. So just a little bit of weather here, Sigmat, but that's up to seems like to a flight level 250, so anywhere between flight level 400 and anywhere between from 250. Actually, sorry, this is 1, meaning yeah, this is from 400 to whatever to about the minimums of the chart, so 250, so thereabouts. Let me just, can we zoom in? Can I zoom in? I don't think I can zoom in. I think this is up, down. Yeah, that's fine. 18 UTC, so we can see we have more of tailwind, so that's why a bit weather is again growing in terms of the jet stream is growing on here. And coming up to flight level 340, so you can see even more. It's about 60 knots on the tailwind there, so that's gonna be good. And if we go a little bit higher up, which we're going to 390, we gain, yeah, pretty much 60 knots for a good deal of it. So yeah, but we'll still be below the where all the clouds, I'm sorry, all the weather, you know, generally if you see a line here, then you're above where all the weather will be at. We're not crossing any of that zone, so we'll definitely still be within the area of where, you know, atmosphere could be a bit unstable. So that is that. Hey, what's that? Hey, Allah. How's it going, like, who's that? What you saying? What you saying, John, boy? Yeah, I just feel like coming on and just flying some plane tonight, this afternoon. Today's a holiday, so why not? But let me enter the plane, let me go and try and, yeah. But you know, one thing I would tell people, a lot of people didn't know I actually wanted to be a pilot. Like, people feel like I play this game as a thing, but nobody didn't know actually before playing cricket or sports. I wanted to be a pilot, like my full-on career. I remember when I went to school in England. When I went to school in England, like I did sciences and all my subjects and stuff to become a pilot. People actually thought I was just playing games, but they didn't actually know I wanted to do this as a career. So yeah. Although people tell me, yeah, watching, oh, nice. Yeah, even if people tell me, you know, they never really thought I was gonna be into that kind of thing, but I am, you know, and yeah. Some fellas tell me, oh, they wouldn't board my plane and all kind of thing. But this is the real world plane, huh? You know, the plane that take you to like New York and all them places. You know, so this is, you know, all the baggage things open. So that's 2024. Well, most likely you wouldn't know about the game, but you know, this new update stuff, I actually had to buy that. So the curtains closed and stuff like that. So it's nice. Actually, let me open up all these curtains again. Yeah. Well, good to see you watching. Let me see what. Oh, 2 votes. Somebody say yes. I wonder if it's you that actually put that G and U. Yeah, but give me a second. Yeah, so yeah, I'm by my fiance's mother. Yeah. So one thing I like about this thing that I bought, actually bought this thing, well, not just this one, but I have others. Yeah, so you know, that's the plane that people just go on when they go into like New York and all them kind of places. You know. So alright, so let's get inside. Even that, I think the lavatory even open. Just now. I believe you can open. I think you're gonna open the lavatory, you know. Let me see. Somebody here? Oh, it seems like somebody. No. Nope. Alright, anyways, let me just try and get this plane started so we can get out of here, because I know that's what you guys waiting for anyway. Let me know if the sound's a little bit too loud, guys, because I don't know if the sound's a little bit too loud. So if it's too loud, let me know if it's too loud. Anyways, probably I should put it down some more. So I know all the buttons. Obviously, I know all the buttons in the plane and stuff like that, because like I said, I wanted to become an actual real world pilot. So, so I know obviously all this kind of things. Yeah. So the plane would have been, at least I put all the things on. Okay, so let's get the show on the road now. First and foremost, let me just make sure get my flight plan and everything. Request that from SimBrief. Departure. Yeah, it's funny how people even actually know I wanted to become a pilot. Like before cricket, like literally like people would tell me like, why didn't I just continue with my career in whether it's sports and stuff like that, you know? And yeah, because I was, you know, I really wanted to become a pilot, and they were like, oh, you'd have made so much money in Canadian dollars and all that kind of stuff. Well, yeah, I was supposed to update that. I didn't actually update that. All right, but let me put the route. Yeah. So MPTO. So for those who don't know, obviously all the airports have a code. So that's the code, the airport code there. And then I can actually get the route. I put request flight plan. Oops, sorry. Because I would have actually have the sim. Okay, so here's the sim brief. I can set the payload and then set the fuel as well. So now the fuel changed to the actual to the real world, well, the route for the flight. Now, you know, the good thing about this thing is like this plane, you can, if you click this button here, and that's why I like, you can actually click that and that actually does that. So that's nice. That's pretty nice, pretty cool. So now you don't have to actually move your head, but you can actually see everything here. So it says load. So now we can just input everything, make sure this is the bright to brighten up the panel and stuff, but don't need that right now because it's daytime. If you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask any questions, you know. I won't put that. Yeah, I should have probably put out the chat over there too, you know, but just because I don't want to put it, you know, I just feel like that might just be too much in your face there. All right, so here we go. We have the routes already. Everything's already set. Data link, accept or activate, sorry. And then init ref, and I believe we can request that as well, since we have sim brief. QNH 1012, that's a pressure. All right, and I have my co-pilot, co-pilot buddy. All right, and I do have my panorama and stuff, so that's fine. Alright, so put on steady, make sure you don't need the wing logo lights. Keep the wing lights when you're ready to leave. I think we're going to 390 today, yeah. So let me put this all the way up because I'm not on. So going, that's the altitude there. Oh Jesus, come on. Put this all the way up to like 390 or 49,000 feet, in other words. Yeah. I should become a pilot for you, you know. Like, I literally should have just gone all the way and just become a pilot. Like, no lie, no joke. Yeah? Alright, 39 flight directors, so that gives you all your, you know, the altitude, the drift away from the route. So put on. Let me just get back, make sure I put loading all the data, the rest of the data for the flight. Okay, so because I have SimBrief, so everything's already uploaded. Alright, so here we go. So now I just have to get the takeoff performance, which I can actually get from this thing here called the EFB. Alright, so let me put this forward. Performance 2. There you go. So that just gives me a takeoff speeds. You know, if you guys don't know, takeoff speeds, import from the aircraft. So we're taking runway 03 left because remember the OFP would have said 03 right is unavailable. Okay, so import from aircraft, and let's get the weather as well. So import everything. 29 degrees. Alright, calculate. So we have takeoff 2. So this is what you do. Takeoff 2, that's the engine power. In the rating of the engine. So here you see takeoff 1 and takeoff 2, and then that's the flex, which means the temperature that we want the engine to assume at for takeoff. So in other words, it doesn't have to use the full power rating and then also the assumed temperature based on the outside variables. So just to be able to reduce the power of the to make the engine a lot more reliable than weighing out the engine. If you put it on full takeoff, it'll weigh out the engine a lot faster in the real. Alright, so let me see what else. So let me take out this. Okay, I feel like this thing is in your face, so let me take this thing out, this chat. There we go. And I'll probably take out the music too. I'll put out different music. Let me have a better music. I'll put the music I've been playing. Alright, here we go. Flaps 5, according to this, flaps 5. Alright, so flaps 5, CG. There we go. We're gonna put the weather. Since this is a RealWorld up, so we're actually gonna be doing everything properly here. So the winds, slope. Alright, there we go. Daytime to relief, that's fine. Now let's get the departure now, which is 03 left, that's what we're taking. And yeah, so let's get back to, which I can actually open it from my other, this is actually the SimBrief panel. Okay, so 03 Edgar 2, there we go. 2 Alpha Edgar, but it's Bravo because I have to update the ARAC and I haven't done that. So that's fine. There we go. Take off. So now we have the performance here. We go take the performance. Actually, we're not gonna take that. We're gonna take it from this 149, 149, 142. Can you imagine? I see 149, 149, 142. So it was literally dead on accurate. Yes, 2 volts so far for yes. So that's fine. Alright, so we pretty much have all of that set. 142, so we get, oh Jesus, 142. I hope everything works well. 142. So that's the speed. 142 plus 20 will be 162. And let's put the heading. Heading. Oh Jesus. Alright, here we go. I'll put this on. Alright, so now let's get everything else organized for the before start procedure. Even before the before start, we could have actually done the preliminary cockpit preparation, sorry, which is the heading 127, QNH 1012, so that's fine. Generally you do your smoke test, make sure everything is fine. Smoke test. Alright, the co-pilot would have done his section as well. I'm not gonna do that for him. And you also would check, just making sure everything is good. You look at the oil quantity here, 93%, that's fine. And then then you also would go up here and check to make sure the crew passing this is on normal, and then the oxygen is about 17, about thereabouts, 1007 psi. Alright, so that's to make sure you have enough oxygen. Okay, so the APU is now online. There you go. And I love to hear those sounds in there. I put APU bleed, so now that's gonna pressurize the duct. Alright, so I'm gonna put the altitude. You could put this on automatic, but I like to do this manually. Alright, here we go, 390, nice. You can also put this on automatic as well. Okay, so we're pretty much almost ready for departure. Not long again, so yeah, just give me just a couple more minutes and be out. I'm hoping the sim sound is not too loud, eh? Alright. So I think just one thing I have to do. Okay, is close the doors. So let me just put this back to its original place. I believe you have to click somewhere here. There you go. Click on the side there and it goes back here. And I'm gonna close the doors. I mean, obviously in the real world that's not where they do the doors, but yeah, that's fine. Alright, door management. There you go. Come on, click door management, and let's click the cargo doors, not passenger doors. Close this door. Close this door. And I'm gonna tell GSX. So get me ready to push back. There we go. I think the ground staff is the one who's now controlling all of that. Now, why is my GSX always seems to be closed in some sort of, you know. Why does it always keep doing that? I always have to reset it or something like that. Yeah. Come on. Alright, let's restart then. Since you're having a bit of a hard time. And can we close all the doors, please? So this door is closing. That's the hatch. Oh Jesus. Now my cult has a bit of an, oh Jesus, yeah, my GSX has a, I don't know why, and this thing is all paid for, you know, everything's all paid for, and yet still they keep having the most buggiest thing. It's so annoying. Can you please close? It's so annoying. I want to get out of here now. Come on. Why is it not closing? I said close all, but it's not closing. Oh, I think it's because like I think I have to actually. I think the way it's done is like you have to, I believe now like they want you like you have to actually be on it or something like that. Jeez, why is this acting up? Come on. Come on, ground connections. Come on. Jeez, why is this script thing just keeps saying restarting? I don't. Alright, release the ground power. I'm release this as well. Don't need the ground power because I'm on the APU. I don't know why this cult thing keeps telling me an error. Like, I don't know what's the problem. Actually, I'll investigate that while we're in the flight. Jeez, and my performance is starting to degrade, which is annoying. Alright. Or is it because like I have to actually put the I believe I have to put this stuff on to powerize, I believe, and to keep the lights on. Jeez, it keeps saying the same thing. I don't know why. I'm gonna put it in the corner or something. It's so freaking weird. Alright, stay in the corner there, thanks. Okay, seatbelts on, all of this stuff on. Alright, so let's try and get out of here, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the window heat, so make sure when we get up in the sky, because it gets freaking cold. Alright, here we go. Put this on APU gens, make sure the power is fine. Okay, the power is fine. Yeah, so let's try to literally get ourselves ready. Wing lights coming on. I just want to know why it's not connecting the ground, why it's not closing the door. And it could have probably needed. Do I have to release the chokes? I think if I release the chokes, I think that's when it probably does it. Let me just make sure the parking brakes is on first. Oh, why are you not releasing? Is that the brakes? There we go. Press the wrong key. Wrong key for the brakes. Alright. And can I release? Alright, so all of this is released. This is a bit weird. Oh, all the doors closed. Yeah, the doors closed. So yeah, I think the hydraulics and stuff. Alright, so all the doors closed. And we're pretty much getting ready to go. Now, because for some reason my GSX is bugging out, I'm not able to get GSX to work. Yeah, it's bugging out for some reason. So I'm just gonna close it, GSX, completely for now. Just exit. Oh my god. Can you please get out? Thank you. Alright. So we are going to get the pushback. Oh Jesus, why is this cult thing just keeps popping up? My GSX is all paid for, which is weird. And where is the pushback? Here we go, pushback. And although that's a strange thing, you actually have to get the tug. There you go. And I'm just gonna put it straight back because I don't want it to disrupt anything here. Right, so let's get moving because I know you guys wanna things that. Okay, so let's press start. Release my brakes. Brakes release. Yes, no. Can we press that? Shut out. What, is everything just trying to bug out today? It just feels like everything trying to bug out today. Like really? Like, why are you bugging out? Push back. Like, for real, like, why is it bugging out here? Straight out. Can you please stop bugging out? Yeah, and select the tug. There you go. Any other tug? Only one tug? Alright, I press start and you don't bug out? Alright, let me get outside then. Okay, so why is why is this not connecting? Which is weird. Do I have to just turn this plane myself? So my God, I just have to turn this plane myself? The tug isn't connecting? Really? Wow, that's weird. First time I actually have to. Anyways, you know what? We're not gonna waste much time. We're just gonna start this plane ourselves because, like I said, I wanna get out. There you go. Taps 1, 2 off, and let's just get engine number 2 start. So engine number 2 sign up. All right. Here we go. N2 rising. We're gonna wait for 25. When they reach about 25, we're gonna add the fuel there. So that's 25. There we go. 27. Although I find it starting up a little too fast, so that's something they have to do. And the sounds are not the best. Yeah, literally the sounds are not the best. There we go. That was too fast of a start. Like, they have to look into that. That's what I'm saying. Like, why you cannot just give us something proper? That was too fast of a start. Like, the engine doesn't start up so fast, you know. Start engine number 1. Very well, the engine doesn't start up too fast, you know. Guys, don't forget to follow my TikTok, man. If you guys know my TikTok, follow my TikTok as well. CaribFly channel TikTok. Alright, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. So I have it actually at the bottom of it. So yeah, in the description there you guys would see TikTok, CaribFly, of Twitch. I mean, I have Twitch, but I don't really use Twitch. But I guess I'll probably just start. Yeah. Alright, so let's get the before taxi procedure done. Alright, so let's get elevator up, make sure all of that is good. Elevator down, fine. Aileron left, aileron right, try to make sure everything's working. Rudder left. Alright, that's full left. Alright, that's all set. Check. So let's get flaps 5. Alright, that's all coming down. And then actually let's get the generators as well. Make sure the generator is online. So now we no longer need the APU, the little propeller that is in the back of the plane to give us power. Alright, so strobes to make sure that we don't, our radar and everything works fine. Alright, so this is just to check your power, to make sure your power is there for the generator 1. You can check generator 2, it should be the same thing. That's fine because they're coupled. Alright, so that's all. So we keep it on that for now. Everything's fine. Alright, so we're just gonna do the, normally we do the after start checklist, make sure everything's fine. But before I even do that, let me just make sure I get the winds request. That'll just give you a little bit more accurate. Okay, so since we already check everything, since in time, because like I said, we want to make sure we leave on time. Okay. So let's just turn this plane ourselves, because I do have tiller. Do I have anything connected? Nope, everything's removed, so it should be able to turn by ourselves. Alright, I think it does want to turn, you know. There we go. Hold on. Why are we not turning? Is something connected to this plane? It shouldn't be, you know. Actually, we're not. It's just the amount of power it takes to turn this plane. That's what. Was that if you live on TikTok? You live on TikTok as well? Nah, not yet. I have my channel and stuff. I've been putting out a couple of videos and stuff like that, but I will get on live on TikTok just now. I do vertical on YouTube too, but when I'm ready, I'll be doing lives on TikTok. Once you just have to get followers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just building up so I can be able to go there. I don't know, TikTok nice. To be honest, I like TikTok. Like TikTok a little funny and all kind of thing. I feel like you could just play a game and just have some fun over there, TikTok. Alright, this thing, Jesus. That probably loud. Eh? What? Sorry about that. That was loud. Alright, so that's loading the winds, making sure the wind's fine. There you go. I say they push back. The thing that's supposed to push the plane back, it have a problem for some reason not connecting. I've noticed that it's been jamming for a little bit. I'm just trying to turn this plane properly without knocking anything. I'll put this EFB on. Yeah. When I use something called JEPPVIEW. So once we get to a stable taxi, then I'll show you all the departure that we're doing. Okay, so it seems like we're doing fine. Alright, so let's put this on. That's fine. Well, we can put this on anything really. Since no ADC, that's fine. Put this down here. Alright, so let's get out of here. Come on, 10. Jeez, man, is there like something is holding it, man? Probably the amount of turn I have to make. Okay, so just give me a quick second. Let me just check to see. I've already removed everything here, so that's all removed. Nothing's connected, so it shouldn't be actually connected to anything. Even the pushback. It could be because of the tug, so I think that was the situation, that the tug was still there. So it should remove freely now. There we go. So it should move freely. I believe it was just a tug. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's just a tug. Alright, fine. There we go. So you see, that's the thing about these things, man. Like, you have to get to know about these things. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. I do have a one view here. So you can see the weather looking a little not entirely the best, but still something. It's better than nothing, to be honest. Yeah, better than having just a plain sky. I don't know, it just gives it a little bit more excitement. That I thought you were gonna do a normal pushback, lol. For some reason my GSX just start having a problem. Yeah, for some reason my GSX just felt like just bugging out on me. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, the stupid thing that decided just bugging out, so couldn't do anything about it. Alright, we're on hotel. Alright, so we're at 3 left, so we're gonna be lining up runway and departing. So lining up runway 03 left, oncoming traffic. Alright, so taxi landing lights on. I mean, we can still put the taxi lights on. That looked like that have a bit of an issue, but I don't know. It's fine, we have flaps 5. All we have to do is make sure everything's all good. The trims is automatically set. Let me see, is his side works? Yeah, it does work. Nice. Alright. So we're ready to go. So I'm gonna start the clock. Alright, start the chrono, just a chrono really. We have everything all set, flaps is all good. Alright, and then we'll get Toga coming up. And then Toga, here we go. Although the sounds, they have to work on the sounds, man. The sounds definitely have a little bit of an issue. There we go. I don't know how they couldn't get it right from the first day. 100 knots, remove stick shaker forward. There we go. There we go. A1, rotate. Alright. Ooh. Sorry about the little bit of stutters there. So, you know, 2024 takes up a lot of resource already, so. How nice is that? Oh, jeez. That was hard. Yeah, it's never good to play around it 2024, man. Sometimes the planes, you know, because of the performance issues, man, it makes sense to just let it do its own thing. But don't play around it too much. There we go. At least we can be able to see some stuff. We're climbing out. Nice. Okay, put on terrain, you know, on my side. We have flaps 1. Let's get flaps 1 coming up. Now, I didn't have too many views because I didn't want it to move around the camera too much because of issues, man. This sim tends to be getting a lot of issues here and there. Alright, flaps coming up. There you go. Flaps up after takeoff procedure. There you go. Lights. Should I put this on continuous, but that's fine. Even that we could have put strobe and stuff, but that's why the co-pilot comes in. Have a co-pilot who helps you with all of that. So we're just climbing out here. Nice. Look at the overcast weather, man. Still 2 votes. Yeah. I think you know, honestly, I feel like they should have just put this thing free, you know, because PMDG have like too much of a PMDG making people pay for everything, man. Literally, like you have to pay for literally everything, man, when it comes to PMDG, man. It's a bit annoying. Okay. So why are we leveling off? No, I don't want to level off. We don't have ADC, so we can go all the way up to 50. Level 390, that's fine. Matter of fact, from here I can actually just direct to there we go. Let's just get straight to Pondy, and from Pondy we can actually just get VNav climb. We'll climb out. Nice. How sweet is that? I do have something running with this, which is called the dynamic LOD. So I'll probably show that on screen as well. Give me a second, let me just put it up. Yeah, so these are some of the things I have running there. So my GSX for some reason I have a problem, but This thing is called dynamic LOD. So basically you're targeting an FPS of 30 anytime it goes below 30. In this case, because it's at 20 right now, it steps down your terrain LOD, because I have it in this case here, the terrain LOD, and I have the terrain LOD at once you're climbing above, right now we're above at 120, so you can see, and once it goes up to about 7,000, it's going up to 100, so that's why it limits it to 100, and the object level of detail is 100 here as well, so it limits it 100. It just means, and I have reduced cloud quality, so it's gonna reduce the cloud quality at least to just keep my sim up. Yeah, so that's the idea of that. That's the idea of that. Alright, let me just take out the banner here for a little bit. Yeah, but guys, if you at least like it, or at least you wanna show your support, guys, feel free. I'll be really appreciated if you guys support, at least just a like or comment or something. So, it's nice to see Gianna, at least Gianna at what's that? Sure. Did I say that right? Okay, put this at about, once you pass 10,000 feet. Oh, jeez, not GSX. I pressed the wrong finger yet again. Who tell me to press that? Why am I pressing this stupid GSX thing? I closed it and it's just coming back. GSX, don't need you, man. Stop being a douchebag. GSX issues and all kind of issues, man. Alright, so we're climbing out of 10,000, 12,000 feet. That's uncommon, man. Generally this sim would have so much issues, but I like that I have PMDG. Once I have PMDG, like, you're able to fly. It is and depends on where you are. Like, some places have less data, so you can actually fly with it without any too many issues. But yeah, let me see. I know it's rocking there a little bit here. Jesus Christ. That's nice. That's a nice viewpoint. I should probably take myself out on the takeoff here. Jeez, look how much it's rocking, man. Do I have real tube? I don't think I have real turbulence for 2024, What I will do is I will put my map view over here and just zoom out. There we go. It's Panama City. Give me a second. Right, so climbing out of was at 28,000 feet. 28? Not 28. What I'll do is I'll put my overlay, the MPTO, so I guess probably you guys will follow along. CMP 1. What's it again? CMP 144, right? Yep. 134. And 38. Alright, so let me see if that will work. By any chance? There you go. So now we have our overlay. So you guys can follow along with the overlay. Fuel. So fuel in the center I've just completed. Put seatbelts in order. It's fine. Hey man, hi Gerald. Yeah man, happy new year to you, Gerald. Good to see you man, it's a new year, I know. Can you imagine it's the second, so I was like, oh yeah, this is the second. Well, first flight, but on the second. Yeah, although I saw some people streaming on since, even on the New Year's as well. And I was like, oh wow, so it seemed like not just me that didn't actually went out. So not every year everybody have to care about you know, the fireworks, but at least yeah, if you don't have a reason to go out, you just stay at home and then probably enjoy that flight plane if that's what makes you more, it makes you feel better, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, for me that's definitely what it was. Didn't really see a reason to fly anymore, really. I'm sorry, to be watching fireworks anymore, really. It's a light plane, and imagine, look how it's 14 minutes and we still haven't arrived flight level 390. So what did you do for your new year, Jared? Free vote, somebody said it's okay. One person said yes, so I'm assuming, Gerald, you probably bought it. Well, I bought mine. Obviously 2024 and the plane PMDG 747 for 2024. Not much. Okay, fair enough. I just wondering what I'll do in 2026, you know, with this. There's a few things that I've actually coming up. I'm still actually working on the VA stuff. I wonder if now is a good time. 2024 at GFK stutters a lot. Oh yeah, bro. I've been getting stutters at GFK since 2020, so I haven't been at GFK in a while. Because the stutter is coming from the fact that when you're coming on land and stuff, you'll be flying over all of them buildings there and stuff, so you're gonna get stutters coming through. And then the airport itself is a big airport, so, and then you have the cityscapes, so you get stutters everywhere pretty much. And I don't mind the stutters, you know, but you see if it's like these long stutters and then the sim actually degrades. When the sim goes down tremendously, that's my big problem. I don't like. So I have something there, which I'll probably show you guys. Hopefully in 2026. I'm trying to get this all launched, hopefully within a few weeks. I know I cannot wait. It's gonna be nice. I was like, okay, I know a lot of people have been asking me when, you know, because I've been working on this since April of last year, and I know it's a long time, but you know, I'm doing this alone, so I probably might give a sneak peek, a quick peek, yeah, just a quick peek of how it looks like. The VA is there, but it's just the awards. The awards is another website to at least show the awards, because I was like, you know, I don't want to put it in like I want to make it a website based type of awards. So yeah, give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, so I wonder if I should show this little bit of a, not really a teaser, but eventually it's gonna come out. I'm gonna put it out. I don't know, Gerald, you wanna see how it looks like so far? Like at least the awards, the CaribFly website, the VA, it's awards. Basically, it's a awards points. Yeah, reward awards points. Now, basically, I'm not gonna speak exactly what it is, but I'm only gonna speak if Jared wants to say it. That's the only time I'm gonna speak. It's like, sure. all right. So yeah, it's an rewards points. Award meaning you get awards for doing different things when it comes out. Rewards as in you'll get rewarded eventually in the end, once you reach a certain threshold. You know, so like just how I give you a 10 US voucher and stuff, so my idea is every time people reach a certain threshold, they're gonna get rewarded, whether it's like a, now I was gonna put it as an automatic payout. All right, I was gonna do that as an automatic, like send you money, but then I was like, okay, well, what if the person probably wants a gift voucher to something like so I was like, okay, fine, well, once you reach that threshold, I would either choose whether I'm gonna give you either the cash money payout or the actual or I give like you know, a gift card to whatever product that you want, whether something about 2020, 2024, that kind of thing. But obviously it will be in the monetary value. Yeah, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll either do that. But yeah, so it's gonna be like the rewards awards points. Now let me just show the heading, let me just show the logo. Let me put the sim sound down a little bit. Come on, come on. Put this down to about 1. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I'm just gonna take the picture first and foremost, show the picture, just the overlay. Okay, so give me a second, let me just take it out from my logos folder. Oh, here it is. Is that it? Wrong one. Who would have thought? Where is it? Is that it? Nope, wrong one. Here we go. Right, so let me just put this out on screen. Okay, so I'm gonna put this out as the banner. Alright, so let me just put this out on screen now. Alright, so we're gonna talk a little bit more about that in just a short second. Okay, so you guys saw that there. You know what? Alright, I'll just put it out back on screen. I'll just leave it on screen. Let's put it that way. So this is what it is. It's CaribFly points and earn. So when you fly, you're gonna you know, pretty much fly to the destinations that I have so far in the VA. So give me a second. Give me a quick second. I will obviously drop the promo and everything like that, so don't worry. Okay, so let me just make sure I can get the actual photo of the routes, if I can actually find it. I hope I can actually find it. Where is it? Not hope, I'm supposed to know where it is. Is that it? Oh, actually, yeah, here we go. Here's the second one. So these are, I'm gonna put out, these are just some, but this is not what it is right now. These are not all the destinations, these are just some that is already in the VA. That, like I said, this is the reward points. So let me put it out now. Background, okay, here we go. Oh, say sure. Oh wow, with different liveries. You can fly whatever livery that you want. It doesn't matter what livery that you fly. You can fly literally any livery in the world that you want to fly. Sorry, one is the route. That's the most important thing. It's just the route, because the livery, the company has a call sign called CaribFly, which is CBF. But you can literally fly whatever livery that you want to fly on those routes. So let me put the route out that is there for now. Yeah, let me just put the route size there for now. So give me a second. Give me a second, and there we go. All right, and background. So these are the routes, obviously the entire Caribbean routes, and that is the idea. All the entire Caribbean routes connected, so you're gonna be flying all the routes. So like for example, there's MPTO going into Trinidad. There's also MPTO going into St. Martin, but I haven't actually added on that route yet. So I'm gonna be adding that on, because actually I have to get all the routes, RealWorld routes, all these routes here, as you see, to Atlanta. These are most of the routes that the Caribbean flies to, and then obviously Trinidad going out to all the most of the Caribbean countries there. Even I have to put some of the routes, Jamaica going into Gatwick and stuff. I'm missing that one. So you see some of the European routes here. They do have some. These routes are there, but what happened is that there isn't an aircraft for those routes yet. So that's why you see some of them grayed out. There isn't an aircraft for the routes, or in other words, the plane is probably in another country and that hasn't arrived to do the route. That route. But I have more routes on another thing. That is the preliminary picture. I'm not showing you all the full thing yet. So that is a preliminary picture of the routes. So you would have seen this in my opening video. Give me a second, let me show I'll show you guys my opening video, so you guys would when I mean opening video as in on the live, you would see a video. Okay, so let me just put that up on screen now, so you guys would see where all of that comes from in my actual launch video. Not launch video, I mean like on this. Alright, so let me take out the sounds, but you guys can see it will be like all of these ATR planes. That's those that come to the Caribbean, British Airways, and oh, here we go. So now you guys see where all this comes from, right? It's actually my launch video. So you could see like, you know, and then I actually add the Concorde to the routes as well, because historically Concorde used to fly from the Caribbean into UK, and you know, from UK to Barbados, right? And I also added the A380, so as a fictional flight. So guys, if you know, the longest runway is in Barbados, so anybody wants to do that route can actually do that with the A380. But you guys could see in the video here where the entire picture that I have, where it came from, this background picture, so you guys can have an idea as to why all of this, like I said, is coming up soon. So look out. Like I said, a lot of things hopefully going to be happening in January. So I have spoken to some of the guys in Discord, and I will show you guys something in Discord. Hopefully everything's going to be launched in I have tested out with a few people already, so but like I said, the video is operational, but obviously the awards points is not yet operational. So it's getting there. I haven't finished it yet, but it's getting there. So let me just show you guys this on Discord, and you guys can see VA. I do have the VA user no times and the logbook no times. So I have added the webbook from the actual VA into this Discord here. So yeah, so I do have some users inside of here. We have some new users and, you know, situations and whatnot. But yeah, that's just, you know, where the testing and stuff. But the actual awards, which we're gonna talk back on that, I'm gonna come back to that picture right now. Let's get back to the picture. So now we get the idea, so that you guys get the idea. Oh, not this one. So you guys get the idea. CaribFly 5 points in. Now I put the logos of all the planes, because the idea, all the planes that flies in and out of the Caribbean, it's all the flights that comes in and out of the Caribbean. So here you see American Airlines. There is if I can remember, I'm not too sure, I think this one is Suriname. If I can remember some of this, that's Caribbean Airlines. This one is DHL, some of the cargo. This obviously is British Airways. I believe this one is Lufthansa. I think this one is that Air Canada? No. Is that JetBlue? No, one of them is JetBlue. Which one is JetBlue? One of them is JetBlue. One of these colors. But you get the point. So it's cargo and stuff. So so it's gonna be both passengers and cargo flights on the VA. So I have to do all of that, obviously. Fly points. Now you're gonna be like, what's the points? Like I said, you're gonna be flying, and you gain points for or whatever flights that you do. So basically, any flights that you do based on the time and stuff like that, you get amount of points for it. And then obviously once you reach that threshold, now you'll be like, well, what's the points? The points will be in terms of the hours that you fly. So there is a threshold that you have to reach. I have three different thresholds just to start off, and once you reach this threshold point, you'll be basically, that's the points based on the threshold, and then you'll be basically earning you'll be earning, you know, money once you reach those threshold points. All right. So I'm gonna wait to see if Jarrell is here. Jarrell, are you here? Let me know if you're here first and foremost, and then I'll continue. Let me just get your thoughts on so far what you're thinking. But I still have another thing to show. You said yep. Okay, still have yep. You said yep. Still have something else to show. So coming back, yeah. So like I said, fly points earn, right? So I already give you all the flyers in terms of all the destinations. Now I have a backend and a front end server, right? So, and it's gonna obviously record all of that. Now the points is based on, like I said, the threshold, right? So, and earn. Now, I said awards, rewards, right? So, yeah. So I am gonna show the awards, rewards now. So, let me put the awards. Okay, up on screen, and I hope you guys are actually gonna like it. Well, you guys should like it. Alright, so when you guys ready, let me know that you guys ready. It seems like you guys are ready. I'm pretty sure you guys are ready. So let's get cracking. Let's ensure everything is all, let me just make sure everything is all set properly. Yeah, is it? Okay, here we go. So this is the test, this is not the official thing. So here we go. I have a lot of things to change around, so don't worry, that's not everything yet. Anyways, so we have, like you see here, CaribFly, fly and stuff like that. Obviously, if you want to subscribe to the full version, that's still have to edit certain things inside of it, so it's not fully connected yet. Actually, that's the last phase. Right, so this is the dashboard. I've run some flights already, so I've literally made a lot of flights just to test everything out. I've actually manually, because the program I'm using, I'm actually able to manually, and trust me, it's a lot of coding. Guys, it is a lot of coding, right? So I am doing all this coding and stuff, so let me just go back on it again. I'm doing all this coding behind the scenes. Yeah, day by day I'm doing all this coding, right? So I'm able to code all this stuff. Guys, you guys can see Superbase is my backend database. Anyways, don't want to talk too much about it, but you can tell your flight amount of flights. Now bear in mind, like I said, this is not the VA, this is the award section of it. All right, so this is the flights you show, and realize how all of it is popping out. So in that way now, like the website is gonna like look so nice, everything's popping out. Yeah, give me a quick second. Right, so yeah, on time rate out of all, and I actually got this operational now, so it shows you what's on time. I've done some flights with off time. This is just the total balance in terms of all the users. I will come up on that in just a second. Alright, so it took a lot of JavaScript, CSS and all these things to get that designed. Alright, to even get the illumination. Now, you're gonna think like, well, what's the idea? The idea is to basically not use like a software base, but like a website base that gives you a little bit more animation. Bear in mind, when you win something, you're gonna get fireworks and all kinds of stuff. So let's get back to it. So if we come down here, you're gonna see awards achieved, and then there's a flight map. Obviously I'm not flying now, Well, if you know you go on the live flight map, you're gonna see who's actually live right now flying and stuff like that. Now you can already see that in the actual VA stuff. So I just put it like as a backup here because it's actually an open API thing. So that's fine. So let's get down. Now you'll have seen recent activities. That would show you all the recent activities here on the dashboard and the flight performances. But yeah, I would talk to just give me a second and I will come back and talk more about all this stuff. All right, so yeah. All right, so wait, Jarrell's still here. I know Jarrell probably still there. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get that award. Like when everything's launched, I'm sure you're gonna get that award. Over time, it should be a very good award in my opinion. Yeah, but wait, you here, right? Is Jarrell here? Who's here? Wait a second, I'm just checking Discord as well. Give me a quick second. Okay, give me a second. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I will just continue where I left off. So far, I'm gonna put this up on screen yet again. So this is Discord. We're not gonna talk about Discord right now. Put this out. And it said, "Hi, just Copa, I'm here." Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that's your second page, your YouTube page. Oh, nice. I'm here talking about the whole awards, VA awards. Like I said, I'm showing this, which is the CaribFly flight points earned, which I was speaking about, so you guys can see most of it's basically all the flights in and out of the Caribbean. Now this is basically the picture, the routes that I've been able to already put in the VA and stuff, but I have more. That's just the preliminary one. I have way more, the cargo, so different destinations and stuff that they also go, flights in and out of the entire Caribbean. So Okay, give me a second. All right. So here, see 75.5, 75.7% average on time over 6 months. You know already in the real world, sometimes flights are never on time. Anyways, so here we see, yeah, I have to go yet again. So just give me a quick second there yet again. Actually, you know, I'll just talk on and then I'll do that afterwards. All right. So yeah, here we go. Here you can just view. If you click view flights, then it will just send you straight to the flights section. And here you will see all the flights. So flights have been done, you know, the fuel, how much, you know, stuff like that, how much money. I deliberately did some things. These I just quoted them. That was like a landing gear damage and all kind of stuff like that. But the flight was an hour. It came from St. Vincent to Barbados. Sorry, Guyana to Barbados is the 789, which is actually a real world flight, which is on KLM. Yeah, and here you see it was actually left 90 minutes early, almost 20 minutes early, and the flight was completed, but you see rating of 0 because the landing gear was bad and stuff like that, landed heavily and stuff. But I just did that. I put that deliberately in the stuff just to give you guys an idea. Anyways, all these things are here, so you can actually see rating on the flight rating here. So some of the good flights, minus 23, in other words 23 minutes early. Let me see, and yeah, this kind of things. So some of the ratings here 10. Yeah, all right. So St. Vincent to Barbados, and yeah, let me see. Give me a quick second. Give me a quick second, everybody. But I'll do it now because I have to do the thing now. All right, so yeah. Okay, so let me come back. Oh Jesus, why am I losing the screen? Wait, who was it there? Gerald, you here? Who was it there? Is that Jetscoop? Is that you that's here? We got 4 votes. Let me see. 3 people said yes, goodbye. 1 person says no. Who's here? Who's not here? Probably messaging Discord. Are you guys? Right. Okay, so let me get to quickly. Let me just say what it is so far, and then I'll just show you guys, so we can get it off and running. Right. So yeah, here 100 flights. Actually, remember we did 144 flights. But here it just shows you how many flights you've done, the average rating so far. Now the rating, you'll be like, well, it's a rating. The rating actually, literally everything from putting on the lights, putting off the lights, making sure the lights is on under 10,000 feet, putting on, making sure the strobe lights on, making sure you're landing at a touchdown zone. Anywhere past it after a certain point, it starts to reduce rating points. All these kind of things comes into play. Landing on a side, landing off the runway, taking off the runway, side off the center line, sorry, landing on the center line, not landing on the center line. You know, just certain little things, you know, reduces the overall average, which takes into consideration landing rate. If your landing rate is probably like 1,000, obviously you're gonna probably lose heavily points and stuff like that. So all of that, just, you know, that's just some test pilots I actually added to as well, so free. But yeah, obviously, yeah, like I said, so this is flights and stuff, so you can tell who's late, who's not late, who's leaving late, who's not leaving late. So these will be 24 minutes late, 60 minutes late. But they had a good landing, good rating, did everything right, flights, everything. That's from Trinidad to St. Martin, Jaden. Yeah, so that's for that. So 100, and if you go obviously at the bottom, then you'll see the next page, which I did get it coded that way, so as well. So you go down to the next page, you'll see the next 46. All right, flights, so that brings up to 146. All right, and let me see what you guys think so far. And then coming up to balance, so far, you know, that's, remember I said about the points. So this is where the points will be very important, because these, reaching a certain revenue, you know, balance, reaching a certain balance threshold would give you the credentials to earn that money. Right, so that's the points, but I haven't set the threshold, which I'm not gonna say yet, because that actually have to amend it to what I think is necessarily the best, and then you're gonna earn money, actual money, like, you know, or whether it is gift cards and stuff like that. I'm gonna send you guys. All right, so yeah, all of this information is inside of here in terms of the balance and expenses here. Obviously, if you want to see what your expenses are and stuff like that in terms of like company, you can see all of this information, fuel costs, any penalties. Now here you'll see some penalties, so definitely, you know, you made that much money, but the net results is that because of the penalties, the cost, that kind of stuff, you know, the total penalties you see here. So the net result is actually less in terms, because when you add the revenue, the penalties and stuff like that, and the expenses, you get literally, yeah, you can see things like that. And then there is the analyticals. I think that part is very, very important, the analytics, because here you'll have the total flights completed, and it's nice to see, you know, like I said, I designed the CSS, even the VATSIM hours, how many VATSIM hours that you have, and that's where it gets really, really exciting, because now you have night flights. You could see what your night flights, you know, night flights, long haul, how many, what is a long haul? A long haul would be, and I coded it to be over 8 hours. They are heavy flights, heavy as in like the category of the plane. All right, so they'll be like heavy aircraft flights. And then now that's one user. Let me change the next user. So you see the next user, I've done 102. That's 102 flights I actually had to put down and everything, just to make sure I can get everything organized. So you see 67 night flights. I have coded the night flights to be a certain design in my backend logic, and completed flights. So you see 102, but some of them not completed. Some of them were scheduled but never did it. So they become not completed. Free long haul, as those will be a longer than 8 hours flights. The total hours of the flight, and actually the total VATSIM hours. So you can see the difference there. And 5 emergencies, so able to actually check emergencies as well, and at least, and you know, here you see the medium aircraft, so you can see 72 of them is a medium aircraft, so ATR is a medium aircraft, as well as you know, this A320, A321, A319, all these are medium aircraft. I mean, medium aircraft category. And then we'll get to the awards section now. Here you see we have VATSIM and all the different emergencies, because remember we would have gotten these awards. Night out, so you see complete 20 hours during the night, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, balance revenue and something. So we're going to talk a little bit more about all these things, and then yeah, we'll get to the subscription part. But all of these awards and the updates, I will talk a little bit more about these stuff once I can finalize everything. Yeah, but so far you guys can see there's quite a lot of good things inside of here. So yeah, but I'll actually show you guys the awards for now. So we have 29 awards, and they have into different categories here: aircraft mastery, skilled base awards, airport, you know, special, and there are special, 2 special awards. All right, and there is 3 VATSIM awards as well. I think you guys can you guys, yeah, see the VATSIM? So there's 3 VATSIM awards. All right, so here we go. So there's a long haul award, specialist, the Super Iron, which is the A380, which I said I am actually gonna get that design as a fictional into the Caribbean. And night owl, complete 20 flights during the night hours, and I've actually coded that to be 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, based on wherever airport that you're from and arriving. If you're arriving into the night, then it's a night flight. If you're departing in the day, arriving in the day, then. But if you're departing in the night, arriving in night, it's still night. Whether you're arriving in the morning, it's still gonna be night flight. Afterwards, then it become a day flight. Sorry, yeah. But it'll check what is a night and stuff like that. Anyways, total, you know, once you do a frequent flyer award for flying at least a total of 100. So obviously, the other user, the second user, will have gotten an award, which we'll get a little bit more into. There's propeller captain. So propeller, I actually wrote the names down for every single one of them, the names that I wanted. So your first flight, you get a first flight for doing your first flight on the VA. Heavy iron award, flight 20 flights with a 777 or A350. Those type of aircrafts once it's category heavy. Here you go, prop captain, like I say, 737 captain, A320 captain, Concorde. Now like I said, I have this provision. I've designed this already with the Concorde, the A320 captain, a GA captain, the Max captain, the Big Apple, Alright, so here's the one, a very important one here. I actually designed that on purpose. So I purposely did that. I purposely did the Big Apple land at JFK 20 times with a rating of 9. So you have to have a rating of 9 basically. You have to do everything right basically and above to qualify for that. And one thing I didn't actually mention, but I was going to mention it next, but I guess while we're here, it's for both the basic plan and the full plan. So some people here are on basic and full, and some are on full. So the Concorde is if you're on a full, A320 is if you're on a full, B737-8 captain, prop captain if you're on a full, heavy iron if you're on a full, super iron on a full, if you're on a long haul specialist is on a full, frequent flyer if you're on a full, night owl is on if you're on full. So only these like the first flight. A320 captain is a both full and basic subscription, that is. GA captain if you subscription. Max captain, because I know a lot of people like Max, and you know, so a couple of them, you know, still have a few of them on, especially as the Helen of the West, for you know, from my hometown going into my hometown, basic and full. And then there is the touchdown master, which I have to, you know, code that as well. So if you do 10 consecutive flights at minus 150, then then you're gonna get that touchdown master award. And then there's smooth if you achieve 10 consecutive flights without any incidents. So any flights without any incidents, literally like damages and stuff like that, or if you land heavy or something like that, then yeah, so you're supposed to get that right away anyway. Once you do 10 flights, if you do 10 good flights, then you get that, as well as the yeah, first flight. And the Butter King, so that's gonna be the hard one. Landing minus 50 FPS feet per minute 3 times. If you do minus 50 feet per minute, all right. Yeah, so that's gonna be that. And obviously the emergency, if you log, you actually have to log in 7700. You actually have to change that. It's not 7600. That's hijacking, but actually that's another one, but the sim uses most I believe 77. I actually have to verify that, but I've already done it. You just have to verify which one it is. All right, so that's these for now that I have. So we're gonna go back and review all of this stuff a little bit later, but yeah, like I said, the award section is really nice. And what I like about this thing is there is settings, and you can put this on dark mode that I did design. And if you want to see the values in a different currency, you can change this into whichever currency. I think I have to actually update the web page to be able to get that fully implemented. So the language, sorry, I think you could, but I have the option here, English and the language, to change the language if you want to into a different language. Yeah, so you could go into this kind of things here. Yeah, so that's that. And now you just subscribe whether you want to go into the full version instead after a while, but we'll get into that a little bit more. So now, like I said, it's up to a threshold. So once you reach a certain threshold, you're going to get those points. So, and then you, like I said, you're gonna see the awards and everything, and you'll see fireworks, which I have gonna be putting out. I already have it actually, just you're not gonna see it because the awards are already done. So yeah, so let me get back to that. Yeah, right now I'm using my Microsoft 2024 7 here, read to version 3 0.261 in terms of the OC. Yeah, now yeah, so we're still quite far away, Curacao. Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit more about that at another time. So yeah.
What we do here is go back.
mansions all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yup. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yup. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo! I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts. Lot of haters. Tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream.
What we do here is go back.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. I literally had something to do there, an emergency. Yeah, so I really apologize. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that, guys. I really had an emergency. Wow. What the hell?
What we do here is go back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had an emergency. Really apologize. Alright, yeah, apologize. So I am back. Yeah, I really had to do something there, so I'm not, yeah. Yeah, apologize. I really apologize. Jesus Christ, can you imagine that? And I even have to change the fuel because I had an emergency to deal with, so I'm just gonna put this back to something like that. So I really apologize. I had to do something there. Oh my God, that was... Alright, let me just see how I could set up the back quickly because I literally had to do something there. But y'all already know. Aluba, okay, 1-0. Yeah, so just put that fast. Aluba 1-0, that's fine. At GOUDA. Which is weird because they have two GOUDAs. GOUDA. Alright, there you go. Yeah, let's see, GOUDA twice. Put this here. There you go. And that should give us this. Okay, that's the distance 173 to the end. What I don't understand is, okay, why isn't the aircraft increasing speed? It could be because we've reached at altitude where the, yeah, you have to descend because we're high. Oh my God, that's what happens. That's what happens when you have things to do. Not things to do. I had some emergency. It wasn't even mine. It was something I had to literally go and do for someone, and like it ended up in a chaos. Literally ended up in chaos. Five votes. Yes. We say okay, it's fine. Just give me a second. But the time changed. What time now for arrival? 3:46. But I thought actually it was, to me it was always around that time, right? I think it was always around that time I was scheduled to arrive, yeah, it was always around that time, yeah? What I need to do, I need to fix up my camera. That I need to do for the new year. Definitely need to fix up that camera. Oh, Jesus. No, I know this thing of weather, but is it working quite well? And still have 129. Does it say, okay, 2000? Does it have the descent profile? Oh, it does. To end is 127. And then still have what from GOUDA then Avaki. Nice. Alright, so at least nothing went broken yet, so that's good. Cause that's what I would have thought most likely would have happened. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, the fact that it said it's a goodbye. It says 20%. It just says it's okay. But it said 80%, so basically like free, I guess. People say yes, goodbye. At least thanks to all of those who actually said that at least. Yeah, so let me see. Oh, I think we should be descending. I would say let's just descend. About 100. Alright, let's get down. Alright. So we're just gonna let the cabin crew know. You know, cabin crew descent for arrival. Alright. Nice. So now I need to just focus a little bit, so let me put this back. And I think what I'll do is, let me see if I put LNAV, VNAV, if we can try and get on profiler. Not 27. Put this on all the way going down to about put 10,001 just to make sure that we get. Let's put speed brakes on. Alright. And according to the arrival there, because I have it on a big chart as well. So let me just put it up on a big chart. Sorry, big screen thing. You know, as you already know, the Aluba coming from, which is weird because the Aluba actually, once you just put GOUDA, because if you have the route says GOUDA already, you don't have to actually put the arrival from GOUDA, because if you have GOUDA, you can just put Aluba from GOUDA and then that should give you straight in. Or just put the runway and put the transition coming from GOUDA, because these are the transitions also from, which is weird because the start and the transition for the approach is the same. Yeah, coming all the way down. And yeah, alright, let's, because we should be watching from here, which is weird because you have GOUDA here, like I said. I can just put that, take out GOUDA and just let GOUDA, and then just put the arrival and not put these two transitions there, which is weird because there's an extension from the arrival there. Okay, so we're trying to descend, make sure we get there on profile. I'm not seeing San Martin yet, so it's weird. But apparently it's somewhere. Okay, so that's, yeah, so we have the approach stuff. We put 700, which is the minimum descent altitude. Alright. So let's just put this on the 700 feet, not minimums on the barrel. That's radio. The barrel, here we go. Let's put 700, come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, alright, here we go, 7, actually 8, alright. There we go, 780, alright, so let's, I don't know why is it losing power like this, which is weird. I'll put this down and make sure that actually, is it losing the speed or something? It's weird because it seems like it's losing the speed at the same time. But yeah, anyways. 40, 35, here we go. And let's just do the approach stuff as well. Alright, so landing. I know people say this is not the EFB, it's called like a UFB or something they call it. Alright, so runway 10 arrival. Okay, everything there flaps. Okay, calculate, fine. En route, and this is where you put, okay, let's put auto brakes 2, reversers, all operating, import aircraft stuff. Here we go, and it seems like it takes, ooh, so that's, yeah, so we need to get auto brakes 3. Alright, just calculate. Auto brakes 3 takes us all the way down to 5,500 feet. Yep. So yeah, we need to take out, and at least we'll do the turnaround from there, because there's a turnaround pad. So auto brakes 3, alright, that's fine. Still not seeing a runway yet. What I need to do next is I have to actually put this thing, oh, did I move my camera? Sorry. sorry. Alright, so it seems like, yeah, everything's going fine so far. Hopefully the arrival is okay. Yeah, we're on the descent phase there. Yeah. So, I'm in Discord as well, so I don't know, hopefully everything goes well on the arrival. Let me go to, oh jeez. I'm not allowed the lights in my eyes, but at least I already set up everything here, so auto brake's free. And actually, let me use my pan around as well, because I find like most times it's nice. Look at that, like you can, you know, bring us back up. 10,000, we're already below 10. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go all the way down now to 3,000 feet. 3,000. Okay, here we go. So we can see where we're gonna end up. At least we'll see we'll end up falling a little bit short from there. So let's put this down. So at least we fall just in the bracket. Okay, so you can actually control your rate from there. I mean, I still have to lose speed too as well, so we can keep it at that at 1.8. Okay, actually put it about 1.9, so we can try and lose some speed there before. But for now, we're just keeping it 243 just to keep it around there. Wait, is the door open? Is the door open? Oh yeah, it is. Huh. Alright, so let me close all of this stuff. Nice is this? How cool is this? Alright. Come inside. Close the doors. Copa Airlines. Oh, nice. Should be a good arrival, you know. Why am I seeing certain things? What's that? Let's generate. Is that just a fail? I'm not sure what they're talking about here. Trying to figure out what that is. Anyways, we're already 10,000. Okay. Alright, so let's just. Alright. So let's bring this back a bit now. And then since we're 10,000, there you go. Okay, 210. Actually, let's swap this around. Let's put this. Because we're actually not on VATSIM and stuff, so that's fine. I'm on Volanta. Nope. Didn't feel like it today. The amount of turns. If I show you guys the Volanta screen to see the amount of turns that we've done. Oh, that is so crazy. I'm back. Nice, 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 Gerald. Thanks. Good to see you here, man. Appreciate it. The sounds on this bird is so. I don't know. This plane. The sounds are just not great. They definitely need to do something about that. You came just in time, Jared, for the grand finale there, man. The arrival section. You know what? I'm actually gonna go straight into GOUDA 2006. the VACI. Yeah, we're gonna go straight into VACI. Just to cut it short. There you go, 2006. We're gonna put this 2006. I'll be doing an LNAV VNAV arrival down to 700 feet. QNH at the moment is in fact, actually let me double check. Yeah, 2991. So you can change this 2991. There you go, 2991. Perfect. Put this to about 1000 and the descent rate. So we're getting there, St. Martin in the distance there. I don't know, for some reason why is my direct X12 lighting, I don't know, is it? Oh, because I actually limited, I think, for the drivers. I mean, probably that's why. And I have a few things running, you know. Let me see what else I have. I have this thing called dynamic. So this dynamic thing is running here as well. Dynamic LOD. And let me see. Yeah, so just to try to help with my FPS and stuff on arrival, so so these settings get turned down once you reach a certain altitudes and stuff, so in that way it helps keep up the FPS, because you know 2024 is always a power hungry machine thing. On arrival, I'm gonna take out the overlays and take out myself as well, so at least we can see the arrival section of it. Actually, I'm gonna slow down to about 220. Let me see. Actually, we still have 28 nautical miles to go. Jesus, still a good distance to go, you know. From there, what's the next one? You're going to Lesser, right? Havaki, sorry. Okay, we can go straight into Lesser. Can we not go straight into Lesser then? Because Lesser will be 1,700 feet. Unless it's both of them the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same anyway. Is this like an extra country, or is this one here and then this one is another country, or this one's another country? So I think this one's St. Martin, so we're pretty much low there. Came in very low. Early. Yeah, we're gonna be riding it out. It's fine, probably rides out for like about probably 3 minutes. And then get ready for the final phase. I think during this time is a good time. Let me see. Some people tell me like, oh, they find like these days I don't be doing too much, but it's just because like I have a lot of things going on like for me and stuff. I will try to dedicate more time, obviously. So yeah, definitely we'll try to dedicate more time. And thanks for the subscriber there. Thank you. 5 more subs for 700, guys. Thanks. Yeah, you guys make this super, you know, enjoyable and that kind of thing. Yeah, so appreciate it. Thanks to all of you. Yeah, we're getting in closer and closer. It's still far away, so we still have to just write it out. Like I said, it's a few more minutes here. Close. Getting closer. It's a modern. I don't know, for some reason, like the lighting just looks a little bit different. Probably because I adjusted it. Probably. Could be. Probably in the DLSS. Could be, you know. Alright, so we're getting there in the distance, man. Alright, so I'm gonna probably take out the overlay as we get ready for this arrival, man. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out, put this down to speed 180 knots. Alright, so from there we're going down to 1007 because the second one would be 1007. Alright, flaps 1. Alright, so we're going down 1700 feet. Flaps 5. Here we go. Alright, we are on final. Nice. Alright, so just following as you can see here. Alright. And make sure everything's all good. Okay, so 1.7 and it'll be following the glide on 1.4s. So just before we reach there, we have to make sure there we go. So we're about to reach just now, just shortly. Alright, perfect. Flaps 5. Alright. So alright, so I'm gonna take out webcam and then we're gonna get ready for this arrival. Up to 700 feet. There you go. Yeah, coming down. Alright, so we'll be following LNAV VNAV. There we go, and we're on the LNAV VNAV. So that is based on the computer calculating LNAV VNAV. It's not an ILS. Alright, so as we put flaps in, the speed changes. And we have to disconnect from 700 before 700 feet. So we're at 20. Then we're going to be putting in misapproach altitude. We could have spring loaded, but we have to do it very quickly. Like you have to activate it and then spring load it to the misapproach altitude quickly. Alright, so now that we have almost, so let's get full. There we go. And we're about, alright, so we can get ready to, alright, summit. Aircraft is mine. As well as, oh Jesus. I'll just take it out from here. London. Alright, a little speed. Alright, we have landed. London. We're a bit high here, not a bit. I just checking, we have 4 whites. So let me lose speed there. Here we go. Oh, the stutters, guys. Oh, the stutters. Sorry about that, guys. The stutters were absolutely horrible there. Jesus Christ. Why is this stutters always happening on London? It's not even a joke. The stutterings was horrible there. Jesus Christ. What was that? My God. Why the stutters always doing that, man? I don't know why. Every time in 2020 or 2024, it's always like the stutters on London is always horrible. Well, I find it in 2024. That happens the most. The London stutters is absolutely disruptive as hell. I don't know why. It happens to me every single time. No matter where I'm at. What airport? It's like some kind of DLSS issue, man. Alright. Still keep this on. Do we need anything in? Nope. Jeez, but look how, you see what I'm saying? Like, what is that? What kind of crumbs? What? Like, what's this? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what is this? Like, genuinely, what is this? So I have to fix that because something is just causing this DLSS. I don't know what it is, but every single time in the air it's fine, but every time it comes on landing it's like it just destroys. So it could be the scenery indexes or something like that. Probably might have to delete, or it could be the cache or something. I don't know what it is. I've tried all different types of things on them. I can't keep doing tweaks all the time, man. That's why I'm just a bit upset. So like for me it's like I'll come back to 2024 at some point, but for now I just rather just, yeah. I don't know why, it's like it's just so insane. And to be honest, even the best systems, people with the best system, they do have these issues. So that's why it's out there, all of these tweaks on them, because people are aware of all of these issues, right? And I just don't like that these issues are happening quite often now. Oh my god. As we land, like all the scenery and everything is starting to be so laggy. Like, why is this so why is it doing that? It's like a slideshow. Like, honestly, I'm a little bit intrigued to figure out why is it happening for me on the 2024. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I go on P3D and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen that much. But like, you definitely have to like configure these things like properly. Yeah, don't do like me and pass over here. This is not where you pass when you go into St. Martin. Yep, this is not where you pass. Don't do that. See what I'm saying? It's like a stupid slideshow. Like, honestly, like, what the hell is this? Okay, like, why are you getting on like this? Honestly, why are you turning like a slideshow here? It's like 7. Can you imagine 7 on the frame gen? 14. Is it like moving, like too many moving parts? When it stops now, it goes down to 13. Goes back up to 13 to 40 FPS on the frame gen. Are we like, we're taxing too fast for it? Could be I think the issue could be the DLSS, you know, or the frame, what do you call that again, frame rate kind of thing. I'll probably have to change that in the sim, sorry, NVIDIA section. I think that might be the issue. I genuinely think that is the issue. So that's what I'm gonna do next. All right, I'm gonna remove this stuff, remove this, oh Jesus, yeah, here we go, see, like, but do you not want to stop? Like, what I'm talking about. See what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm just gonna cut you off. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's starting to get all sorts of DLSS issues coming on the arrival. No idea why all of that is happening. But yeah, anyways, let me see. I'm gonna end the pool and I'm a little bit, oh my god, I need to figure out why this DLSS thing keeps happening, but I will figure it out as quickly as I can. All I know is that we're actually at St. Martin, so that's fine. Yeah, the DLSS is literally beating the shit out of me here in St. Martin. I know Flight Tampa and them, obviously, so they have sceneries and stuff, but you know what, I really don't like this slideshow type of set of flights, so I'm probably just gonna give that a bit of a break and then try and figure it out and then test the sim a few times, and then until when I realize it's up to certain performance, then I'll come back. But honestly, 2024 is a bit of a slideshow, so I can't keep taking that. Alright, so guys, oh my god, yeah, the DLSS and everything, so yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Anyways guys, so that's gonna be that. I will try and tweak this stuff and figure out what is the issue. So once again guys, thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys another time. Yeah, bye bye for now.